The rules are on screen right now. They'll flash quickly by. I'm gonna be setting things up, so timestamps will also be in the video description below before I get into the only show in town, and this is probably the last part of this, not, I don't want to call it a series, mini-series? I'll call it something post-edit, because I've taken my break and come back after, well, you'll see, because it's kind of obvious. So, Timeline A, Character Perks, Herald, and yeah, we're good to go. Oh, goodness, and yeah, with this series, not the content, but at least what happens during the videos might feel a bit different, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be for the better or the worse, so yeah, and we'll see what happens. Oh goodness, cannot check Lighthouse, disable all actions, cannot use Home Bath, cannot use storage. Alright. I have to keep reminding myself what these rules are, otherwise I'm just going to forget, because I look in the community, or some people talk to me and they're like, hey Jordan, I realize you forget things a lot, and I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. I forget things all the time. And it's almost like, well, no, I won't say that. I won't say that, because that's not true. So, I'll keep that in my head for now. Inspiring novel. We can at least change our clothes. We're on Timeline A as well, so hopefully I'll remember that, because, again, I'm forgetful when it comes to things like this. I don't know about other aspects of my life. Akamanto, nice. Mermaids, Sailors A... Festival I don't like any of these particularly, but we don't have any sub-locations, so it's not like I'll be able to buy a weapon, which is why I'm going into Vigil. And if I run into an encounter, well, actually, I should have popped Inspiring Novel early. Yeah, let's pop it early, just in case. Yeah, no, you know what? Actually, let's fail Vigil. Let's fail Vigil, take the Doom, because we're Toshiaki, so the Doom won't be a problem, but... my stats reaching 0 as is frequent in my Ayaka and Toshiaki runs. Let's just take this. Hopefully, because we have, I think we may have Hell, but other than that, that's the only real mansion investigation mystery that matters. So that threat level increase is probably not. That, and I don't remember all of Toshiaki's events. Even if, they're 2 at least, so... can I do this? No, because, my stats. Well, if I hit it, this will be fine, but if I don't, 80%, so, yeah, we hit it, they were fine. Again, I do tune into some people's World of Horror gameplay here and there, sometimes to crank the juices in my brain, whatever juices there are, sometimes to see what they're talking about, and sometimes to get ideas for my own challenges, so, a nice 10 roll. I feel it important to keep noting my rolls as I go on, because, again, partly for RNG, for those who don't know, and for those who have known, then I'm kind of starting to keep... Oop, oh my goodness, brace kick. That was almost a mistake. I'm starting to note down how many times I've rolled certain numbers, mainly 10, 11, 12s, and 1, 2, 3s, but, yeah, so again, a 2 there, but... I mean, that's the nature of the game. It's not... I'm not trying to downplay the nature of RNG and how efficient or inefficient or fun or not fun, how good or not good it might be in World of Horror. I'm just making a note of it more for myself, but again, also, I mean, in terms of just RNG working in general in World of Horror. But, again, I've gone over the topic of RNG. The basic point is, there's a substitute in my cannot use storage. You gotta remember that. In my experience, no, we don't have Hell. We have Sailors and Mermaids. Let's take Akamanto now. Oh, we're in so much pain. Let's try to level. We're as healthy as we're going to be. Do I want the level up, though? It would really help with character perks. That's the one saving grace in this challenge, is that I have Ayaka and Toshiaki perks. That way you're not completely in the water. Obviously, if there's an extreme version, and there is, then you can kind of know what one of the rules is already. Also, if you hear things in the background, it's because, well, I'm recording at a time when people are sleeping, so that's partly why my voice might sound different in between recordings, is because I've, just had people sleeping around me, and I don't want to wake them up. But at the same time, I don't want my voice to sound like nothing, so yeah, that's the one I can choose to for free failures. But I forgot what the success is. I need to keep looking, and I need to keep making sure I know what I'm doing. Oh my goodness, -2 all damage, and I'm dead if I take -2 all damage. Yep, we're Toshiaki, we have the power. Before we do that, though, let's trade stamina for reason. So what I was saying about RNG earlier, there is a subset of people who will not... It's just, if you crunch the numbers, it's very small subset of people, like probably less than 0.1% for sure, there's a very small subset of people who will just experience bad luck over and over and over again. Again, that's just the nature of RNG. Again, to counter argue, the counter argument to that point that I like to bring up is that you can employ strategies in World of Horror, at the very least, if we're talking World of Horror, that you can use to avoid certain outcomes, or make your run better, basically. Well, you know what? That's better than nothing. We're going to take Strength here, because we technically have Healing. But yeah, that's the nature of RNG, and I highly believe I belong in that subset. Or at least a very specific subset where my luck is either high RNG or low, or very, very good RNG or very bad RNG. I'm usually not in the middle, which is weird. Again, we're not using Home Bath because that's part of the rule. And because of that, oh my goodness, I want to take Akamanto now. Let's take him now then. So moving on to the page that I got. Well, I mean, I didn't mean to click on it, but pretty much I'm trading Doom for the damage I'm taking on Akamanto. That's pretty much what's going to happen. It'll counteract the... or it'll balance back against the Doom decrease that I'm already getting. So again, Toshiaki and Ayaka are pretty balanced. It's just... they do have their weak points, and their weak points, just like Aiko, I'm figuring out whatever I want to... Perception, right? Perception? Yeah, Perception. I had 4, and it's my highest stat. I mean, besides from luck, because Ayaka's luck is 3, and Toshiaki's is 6. I mean, go for it. Okay, well, again, yeah, you can say it's RNG, it's big RNG, and I have a good RNG run. At the same time, at this point, in terms of someone being experienced with World of Horror, any experience at all, you take what you can get. If you know you can get a katana there, no reason not to risk that, unless, of course, you're going to die to stamina, because when you fail that, you lose stamina. And knowing about Burning Man and Dullness means you can think about entering those locations and making use of their blind debuff. I also can't listen to the rumors to get ending A, which will suck for Knight Errant, but it's great for everything else, because I don't have to worry about healing as much with Toshiaki's Necronomicon page. At the same time, it will hurt my Doom overall, because we are on Knight Errant. This Occult Diary will help, but again, what I was saying about... Oh, I almost died there. What I was saying about... Toshiaki and Ayaka's weaknesses, I think it's around the same time. It's along the same lines of Aiko, where yeah, they're very good in battle. Well, Toshiaki's more a general, like, overall good in many areas, because he has so many effects with Necronomicon pages. However, most of the time when people talk about Toshiaki and Ayaka, they go, oh, Toshiaki insta-kill, or Ayaka, ooh, look at these action speeds. So yeah, they are good in the battle, but Ayaka is also, if you want to take perks that help her stats, then let's try to throw this Meat Cleaver, please. Good. Then, yeah, she's also overall good, but again, at the very least, if it's not battle, events still can just murk you over. Not like Miku, who can fail events, has perks where you can fail events and Doom rises in events, but she likes that. Or you know what? Actually, what is this? What do I want here? I want this. I would take this, but it's because of the End of the Mystery. This is great for Endless, however, but not for regular play. Usually, I mean, it has its use. But I would rather take the Doom Decrease, just in case. And since I can't heal, let's finally take Stamina. So, Ayaka... But then, what I was saying about Ayaka is, Ayaka does have that, all stats based on curses. So, technically, she's good in events too. but still, she does have the bigger weakness, other than, you know, just dying to events, is the same thing as me. So she shares one with Miku, where her early game, Toshiaki as well, they need to level up. So if you die immediately early game, they're very slow burners. At the very beginning of the, well, this is not banned by the challenge, by the way. So, and I can talk about my reason for it, but yeah, same thing. They need to level up. If they don't level up, they can't get the perks that they can't get the perks that they employ. Was that actually efficient? Let me just do some quick, or try to math. -5 reason, -10 doom. I mean, if we're looking general case, because 7 doom for 6 HP overall, like if we're looking at stamina and reason as a resource pool, so 6 for 7. But with Hermit, you can lose 5 for 10 doom. I think that balances out, right? I mean, yeah, it's different, so it's not exactly balanced, but if you look at everything as a whole, again, which might confuse some people, and I'm not saying that like, oh, confuse those dum-dums. No, it's that people might not really like look at it in the way that, and when you're, whether you're a developer or not, whether you're a Pantsaz or a player, you look at it and you go, okay, I see why, but other people don't see why. Like, I don't want to lose reason because maybe they feel like someone feels, whether it's true or not, that you lose a lot of reason, and you know, they don't want to trade reason with Hermit. On the other hand, again, if you're what I just said earlier, like what I said earlier, if you look at everything as one resource pool, then you can kind of see where the efficiency of, you know, 7 doom for, or 7 doom. Why am I forgetting this? Yeah, 7 doom for 6, quote unquote. I'm doing air quotes in real life. I don't know why. Yeah, air quotes in real life. I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't have the camera in front of me. But again, if you get what I mean, you get what I mean. If not, it kind of flies over your head. But to try to make my rambling make sense, because it does sound like I'm rambling. I have listened to myself. But yeah, 7 doom for 6 HP, or as versus Hermit, you lose 3 HP? 3? Was it 3? I can't. Why am I forgetting this all the time? I don't use Hermit a lot, but yeah, 5 reasons for 10 doom. So, but even if you look at it as Lighthouse Rest, that's 5 Lighthouse Rest for 5 reason, 5 stamina. So theoretically, the trade is there, but if you're dying, obviously you can't use it. If you're gonna take a lot of reason damage, I understand where that comes from as well. But yeah. So with Toshiaki here, we'll live this. We do have to worry about Doom. That's gonna be the biggest factor to our probable demise, because we have infinite healing. We have infinite healing if you're really looking at it, which we have to use here. Yeah, so, but then obviously that costs Doom to use, so if we use it too much, our Doom rises too high, we just end up dying. Hey, 3 knowledge, we have the power. Gosh dang it. Probably shouldn't have taken that, all things considered, but yeah, and with this Mad Janitor doing a bunch of things, so again, looking at our resources as a whole, we have 61% effective Doom, 72%, rising probably like 70% effective Doom, if we assume I'm going to get around 8-ish, on top of any healing that I may or may not do. Do I want this fight? If I Desperation, I don't get a guarantee, do I? No, I do not. Yeah, I do, right? Even if there's a, yeah, this should kill. If it didn't, I would have been really sad, because I was not prepared to heal myself in any way. That said, what do we want? Well, we have the Katana, and we'll heal stamina here. So, my voice kind of lowered in volume because I was looking at the rules to see if I accidentally messed something up. Again, I haven't touched my storage. I can still store items, but I can't touch the storage. Or if I do, then I can't, like, obviously interact or take anything out, is the important point. I wish I actually had 3 stamina or below, because that I would have liked to. We have the Crestfallen Mask as well. So you know what? Actually, oh my goodness, I wish I could brace into some. Well, I can brace into this, which would be, as long as I hit this. Actually, if I hit this, we're fine. If not, yeah, okay. So we can do this into this. We're at 9. Actually, this is a 90% chance. I mean, I still needed to Desperation, but the point was that I'm looking at my accuracy at least. You know what? Let's just put this on. We're not gonna remove anything else. I could burn the school down, but Actually, do I want this fight? Do I want this fight? Well, we'll throw this for sure. Even if, because, if we run into Takashi-san, he's dead to Katana. What I'm asking is, do I want to... Also, we won't need any more experience, so we should save on experience, all things considered. I won't die here, right? I don't have some weird curse. Just to be sure, let's... Oh, well... Alright, 100. If there's a time to miss a 90% for content purposes, it would be now. Alright. We should be able to kill 90% into 26 damage. Yes, it's Katana. We can all hail Katana. I'm not going to deny it's a powerful weapon, and it's pretty OP. But for consistency reasons, theoretically, looking at the math, we had a very low chance of getting Katana. Even if we assume we were eventually going to run into the event, I can probably just mash through the lighthouse, all things considered. Yeah. If we have Card of Darkness, it won't matter either. I didn't pick up the 5th key. Whoopsie doopsie. And let's go. Yeah, all things considered, I think we survived this no matter what. Just to be sure, we're going to let go of Hermit. And we're gonna rest a few times. I think this is this more? Well, let's see. Or is this 3 already? So 7 Doom, but let's just say it's 8. 8 for plus 3 reason. Well, it's at the threshold, so actually this does matter. It's a little bit more than Lighthouse rests. So you know what? Let's do this because we can lower Doom as well. Let's just go all the way, why not? And we theoretically, we can just mash through the lighthouse. I'm just going to mash through and feel confident, because, again, 10 stamina, 7 reason is the threshold if you're not paying attention at all. If you are paying attention, you can kind of gauge what your actual maximum is. I didn't really look because I knew my Doom was low enough, and, yeah. Although, let's actually play with this. Sailors, right? Yeah. And then, well, because the experience is useful in case I was at the edge, that way I can use the Necronomicon to lower my Doom, but... Tatsumaki-senpu Kyak! With the katana. So, yeah. And that's the end of that. So only Ayaka left to go. As we move on, the rules will be on screen right now, or they'll be on screen when I get close, because how I'm planning to edit the video is... right before I get to the splash screen, before I get into gameplays, when I show the rules. That way it makes more sense for timestamps. If you're watching this on... No, you're watching this on YouTube. What am I talking about? Anywho, let me look at the rules. I'm not going to cut this out, because... Just for the pristine sake of this. Also, this should be quick. It shouldn't take me too long. So, Curious Birthmark Harbinger, all perks. Which is the killer for Ayaka. We're actually on Timeline B. And that should be all we need. Along with Herald, of course. And here we go. Again, a lot of people already noticed how going all perks with Ayaka and Toshiaki is kind of more difficult. Because, again, you want their perks. But, yeah, let's equip this. Alright, we have to equip this immediately. I probably messed up that one time, but... So, a lot of Doom, Light, Strength. Actually, this is what we want, really. The better thing would have been probably the strength should have been a knowledge check, but this is pretty as lenient as it can be for Ayaka. For me personally, however, we'll see. So again, saving grace for this, if I haven't said it already, the saving grace for this run is that we have locations, we just don't have our perks, which is a big minus, but it could be worse. The extreme version is a lot worse. So, and it's really mainly the rules. I know it looks like I'm regurgitating rules. Vigil Cape. Let me hold on. Vigil Cape Hell Botanist Festival. Do I want a festival immediately? For allies. I guess that's the reason you take festival immediately, but it is a waste of a few resources, or free rest at least. Vigil, Akamanto, Hell, Botanist. You know, I should take Akamanto last if I really want to. I want to smoke cigarettes in Akamanto. There's no... I don't think I'm going to doubt that. Also, I think I used an action that... Or a set of... I'm just going to call it sublocations. I'm sorry, Panstaz. It just... That way it doesn't sound, it sounds a lot more, not logical, but it makes sense to me personally. So yeah, I didn't set sub-locations that I should have. I think I talked about switching it for Ayaka, but it's too late. Vigil Cape, Hell Botanist. I don't like these two. I don't like any mystery that puts you in that traps you in a non-town place at the end. We've yet to get a mystery. I'm gonna take Vigil. We've yet to get a mystery where you start in a non-town location. Actually, that would be not interesting, but it would be a different breath of fresh air. Because strategy-wise, like gameplay-wise, I guess that's already that does allow for different things. Oh my goodness. Well, we're just gonna lose something. I'm gonna take away stamina. Me personally, again, if we're talking RNG, I feel like I personally lose more reason than stamina, but if you go through all my videos and find out, hey, Jordan, you're wrong, then I don't doubt it. You know what? Let's actually do this, Vigil, because I'm worried about my Doom for unknown reason. It's just a feeling I have. A very, very deep feeling. Please. Why? Of all the stats aside from knowledge, dexterity 4, and I mean it's all I have, but whatever. So if you look through all my videos, if someone actually takes the time, whether he now or in the future, to look through and say, hey Jordan, he actually lost a lot more stamina than reason, then you know what? You're right, but I don't know. It doesn't stop my feeling. Anywho, nice. Have we discovered what that actually is yet? I can't remember if it was based on an I feel like I read something about it, but I could be wrong. Burn it. So again, at this point, for those who may not know, and if I haven't said it before, I'm not the most experienced or knowledgeable on World of Horror. Yes, kind of amalgamating. That's not a real word, but fusing my my own knowledge by listening to others more or reading others' information more. I'm deciding whether or not I want to take this fight. -3 stamina. This specific run might be more stamina intensive, but overall, when I was talking about reason, I was talking overall. If I were to defend myself, yeah, let's just go. I would have liked that experience, but yeah, reading what other people have said or put down in the community, you know, listening to others, watching, doing more research into World of Horror might have helped me a lot more, and retaining the knowledge, but I decided not. No bath and price increase. So that actually is probably almost, if not the worst combination for me right now anyway. But I think it's still pretty bad in general because, yeah, I need to buy items for Akamanto, and losing Bath after Mystery 1, not good. At least I don't have to worry about breaking my rule, but also I have to remember that I can't heal stamina through level up specifically. I think that's why I put that stamina rule in, is because I'm like, I was basically towards myself, but obviously if anyone else does these challenges for whatever reason, then yeah, they do have a purpose. So, thank goodness. But again, so Ayaka's luck starts at 3, which is, that's kind of, that makes sense. For anyone wondering why Ayaka's luck starts lower than Toshiyaki's, Ayaka has a perk that increases all of her stats, and I'm guessing Pantstaz didn't want you to start at 6 luck, which is normally hidden, but it starts at 6 usually, for almost everyone else, I think, except Ayaka. And they didn't want to use her perk and boost it up to like 10, because according to Pantstaz, if I recall correctly, he said that there are luck checks in the game, obviously, but apparently luck affects more than that. So if that is true, and depending on what and how many instances that luck actually influences your gameplay, Pantstaz specifically said like mystery wise, then yeah, so then it might actually be important. I don't want to keep running, but I'm going to be taking a boatload of damage, and I have Akamanto as well. If we're looking at Doom and Doom Stamina Reason as an objective resource, like a big resource pool, I'm technically losing more stamina and reason or per point than Doom. If we're putting it that way, which is why I'm running, for those who don't know. But, I mean, it is what it is. That's good luck, however, getting out immediately, maybe, depending, because I could have run into certain events and gotten more roadblocks. So one more Doom and Heart of Darkness, which, I mean, I might as well take that early because that doesn't really matter. But roads close, or basically Doom increase, is not as great. What I want to take first. Actually, on that note, I should be healing these curses because yeah, I'm not going to be able to benefit off them. I don't want to reroll though because my Doom. Will I be picking up? We have Akamanto, Botanist. We will be visiting downtown a few times. I'm thinking of, well, but the chances of me hitting 410 billion event is billion event is very low. So we might as well take Reason. I would love to heal stamina, but I can't. So let's just do strength because I plan to brace more. Did I heal stamina there? Did that? Forgive me if it did, but my strength did increase. If that's a bug, so be it. I won't even blame anyone for messing up there. Yeah, let's just take that away. I don't plan on casting spells. Stalker is very specific, so if we're looking at what's going to affect me most likely the most, then it's going to be the brain damage for the 5 knowledge. Should I visit shops now? I should have before that. Now it's a bit too late. I think I'm going to rush through this. Yeah, we're going to try to brute force the lighthouse. To those who don't know, brute forcing the lighthouse means reaching the lighthouse in under pretty much 70% Doom, or near 75. Under 80% might work too, but usually 75-70%, and then just resting at the lighthouse. Because, again, if you weren't, for some reason you skipped the Toshiaki run that I just did, then do I want? Let me hold off for a moment. 85. You know what? We're dying to stamina. Can I get out in a desperation? I keep forgetting about that, by the way. I'm sorry for anyone who. This is a human, so I'm only actually doing 13 as well. Let's be sure. Let's be confident in my math and just see. Hopefully I hit this kick 90%. Okay, good. And then I can Desperation and see. This should do like 13 damage off the top of my head. Due to Stalker Mass being post-Desperation. Yeah, so I would have died if I did it. Unless I panicked and threw the Meat Cleaver, but... Also, are we bleeding or something? Well, I was about to say, why am I losing stamina? But just to close out that Lighthouse topic... Reaching Lighthouse, resting until you have 10 stamina, 7 reason, and then just mashing through because you know you'll survive. I think this is... Nope, that's stamina loss. So I won't cut to the end there. This is pretty much the only challenge I haven't done. But I think that'll be the end of this part. If you watched all 3... I would like to thank you for watching. If you skipped over, I mean, the fact that you watched this video at any length, I'm thankful for. If you want to support me, subscribing to my channel will help in the long run. Patreon is the more direct and short-term, but not short-term, but more direct. But otherwise, if you comment, like, I would appreciate that as well. I usually respond to comments, but we'll see. Again, though, thank you for watching. I won't take more of your time. Jared and MML, I'm out! Merry Christmas.